So one of the first things we want to talk about is watts. Watts is this easy to understand method of what's power. And a lot of times I visualize a light bulb. Right on top of the light bulb is a number. And it says, for example, it's a 55 watt light bulb. So when I plug that light bulb in, boom, it takes 55 watts. Okay, producing light, I can see it. I've got an estimate on how many watts it takes. Can't quite feel it yet or know, but it does give us a good representation. So we turn on a light bulb, it's using 55 watts to power that light bulb, and I can see what it's doing. Now, there's a really important second element to this. There's active power, and then there's power over a duration of time. And this is how much energy, how much total energy gets used. So if I run a 55 watt light bulb for 1 hour, I've used 55 watt hours, or 55 watt hour. It's only one. This measurement of time, the little h, 55 watt hours, is really important. And that's what differentiates this active load of 55 watts. That's what it says on light bulb. It doesn't have 55 watt hours on a light bulb, just 55 watts. That hours component or time component can be any sort of time, minutes, months, something like that. Utilities use some megawatt month hours, but let's just talk about light bulbs just to give us that basic understanding of how electricity is used in both real time and in over duration. Those are two separate things. So let's talk a little bit more about if I have two light bulbs. So a 55 watt light bulb, I put in two. So I have two light bulbs at the same time. It's just the 55 times 2 is 110 watts running at active load. Okay, if I run those for an hour, I have 110 watt hours. So it's really fundamental. Talk to this about people because it's abstract. It's hard to understand. Electric bill is hard to read. It's not the same as propane or gas. It's one thing that takes some time to understand and develop a skill, and will help interpret utility bills a lot. And ultimately, it's going to help us understand this future spend, this future spend on energy usage is so important to understand because it's not just what I'm spending today. It's what I'm spending over the next several months, several years, potentially, however long your time frame is. That varies for everybody. So what I like to use is a hose with water spraying out as a good example. Okay, let's imagine we're in the backyard, got a hose and a blue swimming pool, little kids swimming pool. So that hose, you have a hose bib or a knob, and you can set it at variable different pressures. So I can just barely open up that water hose, a little bit of water just trickles out, or I can open it wide open and spraying out full go. So that active load I'm talking about, as far as a light bulb, correlates to how fast that water's spraying out of that hose. The more active load I've got, the more energy is being used and the more that's spraying out. The different part is the pool. Okay, so I'm holding a hose and spraying water into a pool. That pool is collecting the water, whether it's coming out slowly or fast. It's just a collection bin. And that is the hours or minutes or time frame that we're talking about. It's that total energy that's being used. The more water that sprays out of the hose, the faster, the more energy that collects in the pool, right, and accumulates over time. The less energy comes out of the hose, maybe just that little trickle, the less that collects.